Hi, welcome to episode 27 of the Load Down podcast. With less than 50 days to go until the gates of Download Festival open, Mike and Johnny talk all about the bands playing the Dogtooth stage on Saturday. We also look a little bit more into the Courtyard stage and also ponder a possible headliner for 2026.
This is the Low Down Podcast. This is the Low Down Podcast.
Hi, Johnny.
Good
You
evening.
okay?
Yeah, all good. Apart from you just nearly deafening me doing the double clap with
I
the.
know. I've been trying to sync the audio tonight to the video, and it's slightly off. So I'll do a big clap, and then I just reached to the left and nearly
Right.
blew his eardrums out.
One's already fucked. The other one to go.
Uh,
How you doing after a pretty
a bit
mad
of
week?
hectic weekend because we put a fair bit of time into putting some reels together last week, didn't we, for the
Yeah.
takeover? And then we went and had a little bit of an Easter holiday.
Yeah, nice.
Friday, when the takeover announcement came, that was my phone was going mental.
Yeah.
Notifications left, right, and centre. Thanks to all the bands that responded to the reels and
Yeah.
the posts and shared the stuff. Congratulations again to all 6 of those takeover bands.
You could feel in the messages that they were just all buzzing, couldn't you? Like,
Yeah.
absolutely made up for them all.
It's really exciting for, I mean, a band more than what we're doing, but
Yeah.
to be able to say you've rocked out at Castle
Yeah,
Donington,
it's amazing.
it's some stuff. Well, I dreamt of since I was a little boy. Since
Yeah.
seeing AC/DC,
Yeah.
Monsters of Rock 1992 VHS. I was 1991 VHS. Obviously, I wasn't there. I was only 3. Yeah. So, and obviously, we had our big announcement last week, which we're still kind of getting our heads around.
Keep having like little heart palps now and again if I'm working or doing something else, and then get like a oh shit moment,
Yeah.
and then kind of forget about it, and then someone will message, and the amount of like support and messages we've had since has been really overwhelming.
It goes from I go from excited to like, oh shit, what are we gonna do?
Yeah,
To then like planning little things. We've ordered little bits of merch and stuff for little giveaways that we're gonna
Yeah,
try and
yeah.
do during the performance. Performance. It's not the right word. Whatever the hell
whatever
it
it's
is.
going to be.
Yeah.
Shite. Yeah,
And we got well. I said in the podcast last week, I was hoping that we'd have seen the poster. Obviously, we put the poster on the video and we've shared it since because it came in the meantime. But hey, it's a cracking day.
yeah. We'd recorded our reaction, and then I was lying in bed, and then we got the poster sent over that evening, didn't we? Just to see our logo on there is enough for me. I'd die a very happy man.
Well, it's amazing. I mean,
It's-
we've got 3 great podcasts. Well, 2 great podcasts and us. We've got the guys from Fest Pod. We've got Simon and Adam from Dear Download on there. We've had messages from all the both podcasts saying, you know, congratulations. And obviously sent the same back.
Yeah, amazing.
Hopefully gonna have a crack with whoever when we're there. Fest Pod said, do we want to stop and have a little chat with them?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's really good.
Because I think they're on directly after us. So I think we're on at the 1 p.m. on the Thursday.
Yeah, we're on at 1, they're on at 2, and that'll be brilliant, I think, as a punter, just to like turn up after your dinner, chill, have a few beers. I
Yeah.
think it'd be great.
Well, we always end up in the Park Farm bar around that time
Yeah, we do,
anyway.
actually. Yeah,
We've
yeah.
pitched up our tent. We think, let's go and have a mooch around. You go and get your wristband on.
Yeah.
Go and get your little goodie
Go
bag.
get your IP bag.
Get your little dog or your gnome.
Dog
or
up,
whatever.
no, yeah.
Knock stuff over in your bar. And and then we'll have a little. I'm absolutely wrecking this.
I know.
That
That
went
beer
really
pump's
well.
going to come off in a minute. You see how real it is.
Yeah, we get our merch, sit down, have a couple of beers. So yeah, we'll do our pod. We'll sit and watch the Fest Pod guys.
Have a few beers, chill out.
Yeah, and then it's all going on. So the Wednesday, obviously, I think that's when the Dear Download guys will be there. So obviously check them out because they'll be the only one on the Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I'd seen a comment from Adam saying that on the Wednesday it's usually between 1 and 3, so that must be like the podcast slot each day.
Yeah,
They're not sure what time, but yeah, get yourself there early on the Wednesday to watch those guys because it'll be really good fun.
yeah, they're a bit more practiced at the live stuff than us. So
Yeah, they
I'm
did
sure
it last
they've
year,
got,
which so they're going to open the doors for everyone. I think
yeah, it
it's
looked great
brilliant.
fun from the
Yeah.
videos. But we didn't get to see them because I don't think we were there in time. That's another issue. So we're not going to be as well because we're not actually getting there until Thursday, are we?
Yeah, that's right.
As it
So,
stands, we never know. We chop and change
Every
so,
week we decide something different. It's just logistics, home life, and being
yeah, that's
dads
it.
and jobs and all that.
So you've got drag artists, tattooists, and more. So all Sarum are there.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So in addition to the mad queues you can get during the weekend, which is, I mean, the tattooing there is really, really popular.
Yeah.
You don't get to take your own design; you just go off a flash sheet.
Yeah,
don't
just
you?
flash.
So like little tattoos. I
There's
think
all
people,
sorts.
yeah, people get like the little download dogs, and I think they then go home and get them like
Ah, yeah,
coloured
okay.
in or
And I'd say there's a lot of them. There's some of them are based around the lineup as well.
yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, you're right.
so I imagine there'll be some sleep talking ones and all sorts.
Yeah,
on there
yeah,
that
they
look
had Bring
quite
Me
cool.
ones the other
Yeah.
year, didn't they, and things like that.
So it'll be interesting to see how that works. Very tempted myself, to be honest, just as a bit of a memorable thing.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, you've got a cracking lineup there. You got the Mighty Tail Gunner headlining.
Yeah, that's a great booking,
Really,
isn't it?
really good old school metal going on. You got Lowent, you got Grove Street, Defences, another band that played the Takeover in the past.
Yeah, brilliant.
The Grey Rack. I'm going to Neck Breakers, which is there's two bands with similar names. I think there's a Neck Breaker over the weekend,
yeah.
and Neck Breakers
Yeah.
on Courtyard Stage. You got Jailer, you got Jar of Blind Flies, I think it says, but I can't read that logo. Should have checked that before. I got Beartooth, you got Battlesnake, who are on there. I think they're the only.
I think they must be playing.
They're playing
a few times over the weekend. You know.
Yeah.
I think
they're playing in the village as well.
In the village,
so that's three performances over a weekend.
Yeah, fair play.
And then you got the 900 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater cover band on the Thursday.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I've heard.
I mean, that's if you're an RIP and you're not a fan of the Bengal Boys, I imagine there'll be a big clash.
If you're in RIP, you're not a fan of the
I know
Bengal
it's something I
Boys.
never thought I'd have to say on this pod, but
No.
Yeah, that's a really good lineup. Fair play to the team for pulling that together for RIP. I think that's brilliant.
We threw a Hail Mary email out to the Venga Boys, didn't we, to see if they would be interested in coming on for an interview. And Johnny messaged saying, "Did you get a response off the Venga Boys?" And I'm thinking that's just things we never thought we'd be saying to each other.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so
probably 6 months ago I wouldn't have been saying that.
So it's a packed lineup there to go with packed lineups all over. I mean, I think that's the best offering for District X and the Courtyard in terms of variety of stuff for the Wednesday and Thursday. You're going to have no shortage of stuff to do. Yeah.
There's a lot of comments because people are torn between the takeover on the Wednesday and if they're an RIP as well. My advice would be try and check both.
Yeah.
Just do a bit of to and from. It's not far at all from
it's
RIP
not,
to the Doghouse.
Yeah, split your time between them. Go. Obviously, don't. I'm a little bit biased towards the takeover being on the panel, but you could go and see most of all of it, to be honest, because you're not far away at all. And the takeover ends earlier, so if you wanted to get to see, Tail Gunner and the likes of them, you'd still be able to do that after watching Exist Immortal and the likes.
Yeah, brilliant.
And yeah, thanks to everyone who's commented on and sent us messages of congratulations, both from the podcast and from our listeners as well.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's very humbling.
It's a weird, strange feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
The best feeling, but very strange seeing other people on different feeds talking about the podcast.
Yeah.
It's very odd.
Yeah. You're commenting not even directly to it.
Yeah,
but
saying they're looking forward to it and stuff.
yeah,
But
it's nice.
it's lovely. It's amazing. So yeah, we're very excited. We're still shitting ourselves, and we probably will be on the day. So it'll be a good laugh to watch us.
Yeah, we'll get down. We're gonna have some giveaways.
Yeah.
And it's going to be some absolute one-off bits of merch that will never be.
Extremely expensive.
Yeah, not. Yeah, they're only being produced once because no one really wants.
No one will buy them.
But you can give them. You can hand them around all
You
weekend.
can, yeah.
And what else is going on, man? We had some good news today from the disabled camp and access group, didn't we? So
Brilliant.
have you got that? Or do you want to?
I did. I have.
So obviously, Ree Chandler, who runs the group, featured on the podcast a little while ago. It was a really good episode.
Yeah, that was
Have a
amazing.
listen back.
One of my favourites, actually.
Yeah, sure. A lovely person and big news for their group today.
Yeah, so she put quite a long post on, and have a good read of that because it's really nice to read. But she says soppy post incoming yesterday. The group reached 5,000 members, and the group is also 10 years old now. So their 10th birthday, 5,000 members. Absolutely incredible, isn't it?
It's
A lot
amazing.
of community they've built. It's really insane. 5K is huge. I'm kind of overwhelmed that we finally hit that magic number during some tough times. I didn't know if this group would or could continue as it was, but here we are. Thank you to each of you for your support and assistance and love you show me personally each and every year. Brings me the greatest joy to be able to help you all in whatever ways you need, and I hope to be able to continue doing this for many more years. Happy 10th birthday. Did download Disabled Camp Community. How cool is that?
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great community because everyone helps each other out and everyone, shares experiences to make people's weekend better.
Yeah.
I think, if you're on this earth making the place better for everyone else, from your fellow man, lady, and everything in between.
Absolutely.
You're a good person, Ree, and we appreciate all you do for Download Festival.
I've seen some good wins for the group as well in terms of offerings in the camp. So I think they're having a mini Fat Frank's stall in there. I think I saw.
Yes,
and also a merch as well. I don't know if they had that last year, but all pushing in the right direction. I think that's
the Fat
fantastic.
Frank's one I think is huge.
Yeah,
because it's hard work for everybody getting there and having to lug all your gear, but some people literally aren't able to lug gear.
Yeah.
So to be, I think they're hoping to get set up with a click and collect. They haven't got confirmation of that yet, but at the very minimum, at the moment, they've got
There'll be a shop there.
a little shop there. So
Perfect.
save some of that carrying, some of that extra stuff, bit of more room in your car.
Yeah.
Great people again at Fat Frank's. Obviously.
Amazing. Yeah, and they've had a big announcement. So they're the official camping sponsor, aren't they? I think,
Are they?
Fat Frank's.
Big news all around.
It is. It has been a crazy week for everyone, I think. Let me just double check. I'm sure it said. Download announcement. We're pleased to announce that Fat Frank's has been appointed the official tent and camping partner at the UK's premier rock festival Download, which is cool, isn't it?
Great news. Well done, Will and Co.
Yeah, that's really good.
They're always fantastic. If you ever go and meet them at the thing, they work so hard and they're really nice and really friendly, really helpful. And
I think we also saw something around heavy metal therapy are going to be involved. So it has been quite a week.
Yeah, heavy metal therapy are going to be there at least as well as part of.
Is it a record?
Yes.
It's a famous record shop, isn't there?
Yeah.
That offer similar kind of mental health support through their records.
Yeah, Angela messaged me the other day saying that, that they were going to be there as part of Raven Records. So Raven Records coming to Download. They're going to do a wellness, mental health and addiction support for all festival goers, satanic recovery, secular addiction recovery meetings, and heavy metal therapy will be there for peer-to-peer mental health support groups. They're going to have they've got full schedule apparently coming. Slamdon, UK's only sober metal poetry slam. Battle jackets, Download's best battle jacket competition and meetup. Talks and workshops, a live DJ, a shop and bar with heavy metal vinyl, CDs, books, patches, and official band merch, a 0% metal bar, metal coffee. That's going to be in District X. So there's
metal coffee. Put metal in front of everything, don't
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
Amazing.
congratulations! It's,
Yeah, well done, guys.
It's all well deserved, and I think it's great to see Download as a festival putting more and more back into that community feel
Yeah.
of Download, because
Yeah.
it's such an important thing. They've obviously been pushing with it with the Humans of Download
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
We got interviewed, didn't we? I don't know if we've mentioned that before. We kept getting photographed in the first time we went to RIP, wasn't
yeah,
it? And guest, and they just kept, because there was a group of about 12 of us,
Yeah.
all different ages, genders, races as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All with our battle jackets on. They kept taking photographs, and Rosie said, "It bloody hell, sick of press now," just jokingly.
Taking the piss. Yeah.
So she went to the toilet. She came back, and there's a big boom arm over the picnic bench we're on, and they're filming us for that Humans of Download. They never used it, did they?
No,
But
and
we
I've
have
not
got the
seen.
video.
I mean, considering the amount of pictures they took over the weekend of us, I've not seen one.
There was one.
Oh, is there?
There was that one of you and Rosie.
Oh, yeah, there was actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
which they used for the on one of the reels, didn't they? Sat outside.
Yeah, when it was like the ticket to come in, there's a picture of you in your
Hawaiian
shirt, bright orange.
Right, that was just my face.
Just-
Yeah, hell of a week. Lot to digest. Lot to think about.
I think you can probably tell as well. We're starting to get a bit giddy
Yeah,
for the festival generally, for festival season generally, and I've even got my shorts on.
yeah. I was going to say that's pretty bold.
I know. My shorts. There's no need for. I mean, we're not quite outside, but we're pretty much there. It's
Still pretty light. What time are we on? 20
it's
to 9.
20 to 9. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
And we've got a few things coming up, haven't we? We'll mention we're going to be heading to Slam Dunk Festival
Yep.
next in May, so
In
just
May.
about a month's time.
Yeah, that was quite a surprise as well. So we've been invited by
Yeah, we got invited to cover that as press.
as the press team, which
That
is
means.
just daft when you think about it, but incredible at the same time. So thanks, guys, for
Nice
for getting in touch, and thanks for the opportunity. We're very much looking forward to that. We've not done Slam Dunk before either.
No.
A lot of our friends are going. It should be a really good warm up, I think, if anything, for Download too. It's only a few weeks before. Isn't it?
It's another thing that scratched the itch of festivals and live music.
So we've got quite a jam-packed 7 weeks of stuff we still want to cover before we go to Download, as well as covering a couple of Slam Dunk specials as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be quite exciting, really.
Yeah. Yeah, good. So I think we'll go on shortly to our feature of the evening, which is covering fourth stage. But I think we'll just have a little pause, reset the old Zoom thing, so I'm not paying for Zoom Premium. So I'm a cheapskate. But
So when I see you like getting quicker, you're talking, is that what it is?
yeah, that's me speeding
yeah.
up. Yeah. We'll catch you in a minute.
This is the Lowdown Podcast.
All right.
Okay.
So we'll kick it off with our feature for the day and our aim. I mean, we've done main stage on Saturday. Friday, we managed to jam in both tented stages. But because, if you haven't been to Download before, Saturday starts that little bit earlier. And so does Sunday. There's so many bands.
Fucking hell, I know.
And because it's the Dogtooth and Avalanche, there's often there's a lot more bands you've never heard. So, we've never heard because we live with our heads in the sand.
We do, stuck in our ways.
Yeah, Metallica, Iron Maiden. So yeah, we're starting off. Usually start off about 11 o'clock on the Dogtooth stage, and we have got RTO. So we got to get the bios up first. We need to be fully
Got that.
prepped. You got it? Do I go with it, mate?
Yeah, just double checking. Cool. Yeah, so RTO, so they'll be first up on the Saturday on the Dogtooth stage. Hailing from Leeds, self-produced Gen Z quartet RTO forge ferocious and incendiary electronica-infused alt-rock anthems. That was a mouthful. That are deeply rooted in queer rage and the trans experience, taking clear inspiration from fellow genre-defying trailblazers Enter Shikari. I never know how to pronounce these. PVRIS.
Paris.
It is Paris, isn't it? And Wargasm to create their innovative sound. The band zealously adhere to the DIY ethos, self-producing all their material, directing their own music videos, and creating custom stage outfits. Very good.
That's cool. So should I kick off my thoughts on them?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I liked them a lot more than I thought I was going to. Um, in terms of I started listening and I thought that's really poppy this,
Mm.
and then as I got through a few more tracks, I thought, actually, yeah,
Yeah.
they have got really heavy. It's really heavy pop. I think
It
it's
is,
almost
yeah.
like riffy pop. Very catchy.
Yeah.
I said it'd be a bit strange so early because it's very energetic for 11 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
it is.
Lead
Which isn't a
singer.
bad thing either. That'll be quite
No,
quite
that's
nice.
it. Pick you up again. So lead singer Ray, they have a really good voice. So I think, yeah, nothing not to like really.
I've said for fans of early poppy will enjoy these. So you know we're talking about as in poppy
Oh, the before she went.
yeah, it's like almost the in between journey of going from pop to
Ah,
insane.
right,
Like
okay.
I thought people might enjoy them. Synth and very heavy electro rock.
Yeah,
Very catchy. And I really enjoyed Product of My Own Design and also Hush Money. They were the two that really stood out for me. So yeah, check those out. They will be really good fun, I think. So
yeah,
especially first up, dead energetic.
yeah. I mean, if we're on the old Clash Finder predictions again, but looking possible clashes with Bex, Sophie Lloyd, and Static Dress. So yeah, not the best clashes.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
Static
quite
Dress and RT are probably
yeah.
a little bit well, not similar, but you know,
Mm.
share a potential fan base there. And then we're moving on to Lastel, and they look likely to clash with Loathe, Kim Dracula, and maybe Venus Girls. So
It's quite a clash heavy day, isn't it?
it is,
On
yeah.
the
There's and a lot of jumping around genres.
you jumping.
Talking about before. So we've got Lastel. I really liked Lastel.
Yeah.
Just find the bio. Just jumped them totally on the bios. Let's just grab one quickly.
So I hadn't realised who they were, and I'd come across them a hell of a lot on TikTok and Instagram. They seem to go quite viral, I think, because the drummer does a lot of the singing as well, which is quite unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bio on them.
This is sometimes the problem with early bands because they're often quite up and coming, newcomers.
Yeah.
You struggle to find some stuff. It sounds like they come from here, there, and everywhere. But let's.
Because sometimes so the download app is quite good if you want to check the bands out as well.
Yeah, you get little things.
And
We'll
then
be more prepared than this in June, tell you.
What do you want me to do? There's one off the download app.
Go for it,
So
mate.
it says La Stella, a post-hardcore band hailing from Oxford, focusing on dynamic songwriting, cascading vocal hooks, and emotional lyrics. Their music blends the power of modern metal with the dense soundscapes and texture of post-rock. I think it's a really good description.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked them. Like I said, I've seen them a bit on TikTok and Instagram.
Right.
Never clocked the name. So when I was watching them on YouTube, immediately knew who they were. Got incredible frontman who's an insane singer. But also, again, I'm a drummer. Very impressive to see someone be able to sing like that at the same time as drum, because I can't even just drum on its own. So I said I really enjoyed these. There's a song called "Breathe Me In," which I've had on repeat since. I know we keep mentioning Carnival. I don't know why we reference that. And I think it's maybe because the lead singer is so good and that type of like melodic
sort of.
I always put angelic vocals,
Yeah.
which you'll hear over and over again. But the mix of that is absolutely brilliant with Lastel.
Yeah, I've put good voice. Enjoyed them a lot on record. A big atmospheric rock sound. A good mix of catchy late noughties, melodies and screams. Remind me a lot of Atreyu and Funeral for a Friend.
Yeah.
I've put for fans of Under Oath and Holding Absence, as well as the two bands I mentioned before. But yeah, Atreyu as well with there because their drummer sings as well. I don't know if he's left now, but yeah,
Brilliant.
We've got
they're quite good that in the tent in early morning, lunchtime.
Yeah,
I think that'll be good.
So moving on to this was there's two bands in here that we had to Google the pronunciation, and this is Bastard In.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's not bastard, aren't you? I don't know if it's going to
Yeah.
go French or. And interestingly, we've got James Hetfield's son, Castor Hetfield, on drums.
Yeah.
So yeah, members of Bastard In are Jake Ben, vocals and bass, Ethan Sirotsky on guitar, Castor Hetfield on drums and vocals, and Anya Caples on bass, Noah Estes on bass.
That must be the past line.
That must be the past line.
I was looking at that. How
There's
many
only
bass
like three
players
of
have you
them.
got?
Yeah, too many bassists. So yeah, with high gain riffs, groovy grooves, and dissonant chord progressions, the boys in Bastard In supply an untamed concoction of sludge, thrash, progressive, and melodic rock for your listening pleasure.
I fucking love these.
Yeah,
I really do.
I expected them to sound like Metallica just because you think
I know what you're going to say.
And who did it sound like, Johnny?
Megadeth.
There's one song, and I can't remember the name of it. The New Sanity. And honest to God, I thought he was doing a Dave Mustaine impression.
Yeah.
And obviously, Papa Het's going to think exactly the same.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I put there's little flashes of thrash, but they seem more rooted in doom, really. Doom and sludge sounds to me like Black Sabbath has been a big influence.
Yeah, that's exactly what I put.
And there's obviously a bit of Megadeth, some grungy stuff as well.
Yeah.
So vocals remind me of early 90s grungier bands and a little bit of Monster Magnet as well.
Mm.
And I've put they're a better Nepo band than Maiden's Kids. And at least they're not taking up a main stage slot, because that's what would happen if it was Maiden. And they're likely to clash with Hatebreed, Currents, and maybe Split Glasses. Done the old thingy again. So yeah, what did you think, mate?
Yeah, I put exactly the same. I really enjoyed listening to these, and I've been listening to them since. Good mix of thrash. I've said the same. Some Black Sabbath in there, and a little bit of Mastodon. Some instances.
Yeah.
That New Sanity track is my favourite. But it also just sounds like Dave Mustaine is singing, which is quite funny and quite ironic. So
yeah,
but brilliant. That'll be quite a good performance. I watched a few of the videos and stuff. It sounds brilliant. So I'm hoping to be able to catch them.
So we've got 3 bands there with no thread whatsoever, I don't think.
There's a lot of that on this day, I think, in this tent as well.
Yeah,
because some of the other bands.
Friday we had quite a few good little runs of bands in terms of genres, and I can see why they've been put with them.
Yeah,
these 3 are very different to each other, and then it goes further left field with the next band, which is Zetra.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I had no idea what to expect, because very gothic-y kind of image.
Yeah, they've almost got like the full corpse paint going on, and that's exactly what I expected, but it's in fact
nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
Do you want me to go for this?
Yeah, go for it. Maybe.
So yeah, Zetra is a British synth rock duo from London, formed in 2018 by Adam Saunderson on guitars and vocals, and Jordan Page on synthesizers and vocals. The music blends elements of gothic heavy metal, shoegaze, synth pop, and new wave, creating a sound described as an icy enveloping mix of 80s inspired synth pop, goth metal, heaviness, and atmospheric dream pop.
Cool.
So they started in 2018 for a few EPs. They've performed notable rock festivals such as Desert Fest, Bloodstock, 2000 Trees, at Tangent, supported artists like Phil Vallo, Creeper, and Health on tour.
Oh, cool.
The sound is influenced by artists including Black Sabbath. This is why it goes weird. Including Black Sabbath, Cocteau Twins, Mortis, My Bloody Valentine, Gary Newman, Paradise Lost, Radiohead, Tangerine Dream, and Coldplay.
Well, that's crazy. So I watched. There's a really good live performance recorded, because Bloodstock do really good. Streaming, don't they? And they record pretty much every band. So I watched the 2023 performance, and it was brilliant. I think there's only 2 of them. Singer, synth guitar, and they do the drum machine. I think if I'm thinking it's the same one. I said corpse paint, but don't be fooled. I said it's almost Placebo meets Gary Newman and the Pet Shop Boys. Which is, I think they'd be quite fun to watch.
Yeah.
But also sound fantastic. Sound really good.
They do. I got very confused in even my notes, because I thought I'm not sure on these at all. and then I've put not bad, and I've put it's like someone's put distorted guitars on the Eurythmics.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they'll work well for sleep talking fans with the atmosphere. For fans of electronic synth driven songs, possibly clash with AWOL Nation, which is probably a bad clash again. So yeah, odd, but yeah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, we got pretty easy listening. It's not going to be like assault on the ears at all, I don't think. And
Yeah, so then we move on to Underside. So we're jumping again on genres.
Let's have a look. Let's just double check this is the right one. So December 2010, just before the first ever Silence Festival in Nepal, guitarist of the Geneva, Switzerland-based band Law of Silence met up with Avishek Casey, the frontman for Equals Lost Oblivion during a recording session at Silence Studios. Sharing the same passion and drive for music, they came up with a plan. With Bikash Bujel, Manil Shekhar, Bek Tamang, the plan turned up as Underside. So formed in 2020, Underside is a metal band with influences from retro rock to old school thrash influences delivered in a modern way. The band was able to gather the followers since the early days. Till date, Underside has been part of the various national and international events such as Silence Fest 2, Silence Fest 4, Nepfest, sharing stages with bands such as Vader, Behemoth, and Decapitated. I've just put I couldn't place these at all in terms of a genre.
I've put exactly the same. A lot of styles going on.
Yeah, I said I couldn't place them. There's a brilliant song called "Satan in Your Stereo," and the closest band I could think of was a band I used to listen to a long time ago called Snot. I don't know if you ever come across them. They're thrash, so they're pretty thrashy in parts, but then totally different. So yeah, I really enjoyed listening to them. I think they're brilliant. Again, I don't know, to go from Zetra to them would be strange. I think if you're be difficult. Well, we're a fan of all types of genres, aren't we? But I think you have to be fairly open-minded to want to stand there all day and watch.
I can't imagine someone standing all day in the Dogtooth stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it is the shop. Which I'm not. I mean, if that's what your aim is, then great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a reforming, I think.
Are they?
Yeah, obviously without the late singer, but I think they
love them.
Yeah, brilliant debut metal album. That's going back some, isn't it, to the old Ozfest days. And then we move on to Holy Wars, who again don't sound. I mean, you got a Megadeth.
I just put like you expect Megadeth.
Yeah, and you don't get Megadeth.
No, so far from it.
Right, Holy Wars is a rock band that blends gritty guitar-driven sounds with thought-provoking lyrics. Known for their intense energy and dynamic performances, the band fuses elements of grunge, industrial, and modern rock, creating a raw and rebellious sonic identity. Fronted by singer and guitarist Kat Heller, the band's music tackles themes of personal struggle, societal issues, and the quest for change. Holy Wars has garnered attention for their unapologetic approach, tackling both emotional and political terrain with a fierce and anthemic sound. With a growing fan base and a reputation for powerful live shows, Holy Wars is carving out a space in the rock scene that is both bold and resonant. So, yeah, a little bit. I did enjoy these. I've definitely put that. Reminding me a little bit of Garbage.
Yeah.
Catchy and poppy, high energy. And yeah, really enjoyed them. For fans of, I've put Fever 333, Sumo Psycho.
Yeah.
They look like they might clash with Polaris and Palais Royale.
Okay.
So how did you find these?
Yeah, I didn't write much of them on it, so I just put you definitely expected Megadeth with the names, and I'm sure they probably
you just saw your ad, right?
Especially Megadeth, and it wasn't. So no, I said almost that electro punk style. Again, reminded me of Wolf Alice.
Wolf Alice, yeah.
Kind of atmospheric vocals and brilliant.
Yeah, some good stuff there.
Yep. Who are we on to now then? Teen Mortgage. Let's get the bio up. So Teen Mortgage is a two-piece punk band from Washington, D.C., comprised of guitarist, vocalist James Gould. Again, sorry for the pronunciation. And drummer Ed Oh, this is even worse. We can't got this for a real, mate. That's for sure.
Just offending
Ed
people.
Barakauskas. They formed in 2017 and are known for their energetic live shows and blend of sludge-infused hardcore and garage surf rock influences. Their music of oh, what weird. Why would you do that? Their music of 10, but
Of
they've just
the
put
music
often
often explores themes of late stage capitalism
an
and
absurdity.
absurdity.
Um,
So pretty much, yeah, the other bit just kind of sums that up. So themes around late stage capitalism, absurdism, and societal anxieties influenced by. They've cited bands like Local H, Japan Droids, and Waves as influences, which I don't know any of those bands
no.
to be fair. They're known for their rowdy live shows. I put very raucous punk.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand a fucking word they were saying.
No.
To the point that I was wondering if it was in English. I thought, is this
Yeah.
like a foreign band? And then I kept getting flashes of English and thinking, right, it isn't.
Well,
Not,
that says a lot about me because I don't listen to the lyrics for some reason. My brain just doesn't compute. But I said incredibly catchy vocal hooks though, which are absolutely brilliant.
yeah.
So the melody must be good.
Oh, yeah. It's just very, it's not even like that the pronouncing things, it's that it's so
Yeah,
like
it's like really aggressive,
softly
isn't it?
aggressive
Yeah, it's great.
turnstile sort of stuff.
I said there's really cool, intricate guitar parts in there, which
Right.
you wouldn't really expect from like a punkish band. So in between like those like big powerful driving riffs, you're just proper going for it. It's like really cool, intricate guitar pieces, which is great. And SWAS was my favorite track
Yeah, good
to
stuff.
listen to.
They look like they might clash with Eagles of death metal, which
All
is
right.
fine.
Yep.
I put, yeah, fans of Turnstile, Soft Play, Bad Nerves. If you're going for the Sex Pistols, you'll like these. So give them a go.
Yeah.
And then we're going on to my find of the day, I think.
Me too. I've not stopped listening to these since coming across them last week.
Yeah, so I've pulled, honestly, I pulled this bio up from probably the coolest website I've seen in about 15 years.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Have you seen
Oh
it?
yeah. Wonder
Um,
again about it. Okay.
yeah, so I'll go back onto that soon. But this is the bio for a band that I think are going to be pretty huge, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think they've obviously got some backing. They have also got so much style, and that is the Funeral Portrait. So, greetings from Suffocate City. The Funeral Portrait's first full length for Better Noise Music expands the group's mythology to new heights and dimensions with invigorating, authentic, and passionate anthems. Songs like Alien, Voodoo Doll, You're So Ugly When You Cry, featuring the used Burt McCracken, and the title track, featuring Spencer Charnas of Nice Nine Kills, fuse the vibrant accessibility of active rock with the earnest honesty once screamed at the Warped Tour of the 2000s. Steadily growing since the band's formation in 2014, the Coffin Crew is a worldwide assemblage of devotees united in the shared catharsis of the Funeral Portrait's music. It's a tight knit fandom built in the spirit of AFI's Despair faction, the MC Army, the BVB Army, and Ice Nine Kills Psychos. It's a diverse and welcoming community bound by perseverance through adversity and heartbreak. And they've put, our band is about standing up for weirdos and misfits because we are weirdos too. Heralded as the inspiring antidote to stagnant metalcore by Alternative Press early into their career. The band eventually made their way onto Sirius XM Octane and episodes of All Elite Wrestling. The Funeral Portrait is comprised of frontman and founder Lee Jennings, guitarist Cody Weisinger and Caleb Freihaut, bassist Robert Weston, and drummer Homer Umbenhauer. Some grew up loving Avenged Sevenfold and Papa Roach. Others adored My Chemical Romance and Fall Out Boy.
You can definitely
You
hear
can
that in
definitely
the
tell.
band. I'm not joking. It's rare that I come across a band and become so quickly obsessed with them. I think you're right. I think they'll be fucking massive. The touring in America at the moment with pretty much every band you can think of. So the album, they have a lot of guest appearances on all the
Yeah.
songs, and it's almost like the people that are guest appearances
Yeah.
they're touring with at the same time.
Right, okay.
So you got Ice Nine Kills,
Yeah.
the
Ivan Moody.
Used. Yeah, it's absolutely
Yeah, you got Ivan Moody from Five Finger
Five Finger Death Punch. I always get that name. Death Punch. But there's a song with him called Holy Water,
Mm.
and I'm not joking. I wouldn't be surprised if it's my number one listened to song already on Spotify this year. Tried it on repeat. I was painting the utility. It was a very boring thing to do. It wasn't boring listening to those guys. I literally just kept saying, play again. Absolutely amazing.
I'm obsessed with Suffocate City. I think
Yeah,
it is so much.
That's the one with Spencer
Charnas.
Yeah. I said
the live stuff looks as good. They've got a distinctive style and
so well thought out, isn't it? They've got a proper brand. They've got a really distinctive look, haven't they? The stage presence.
Yeah.
I think they've just got the whole.
I think the songs could have fit on like the Black Parade by MCR, or even some on Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge. But there's also parts of it remind me of bands like 6 a.m. Some of it is a little bit Shinedown-y. His, like you said, his voice is so versatile.
It is, and it's what kind of keeps you hooked in. But some of I can't even describe the choruses on those songs. Just whirling around in your head for days and days, and the proper like anthemic choruses where you can be really screaming along to it.
Well, I'm getting distracted about talking about them because I've got the hook
yeah,
in my
me
head.
too. I'm seeing that holy water in my head.
Yeah.
But My Chemical Romance meets Creeper meets Volbeat. Really, really cool. It's a fucking excellent one that I really hopefully won't be missing.
Yeah. And interestingly, well, I've said, one of the coolest websites I've seen in years. It's set out like a map, and it says "Welcome to Suffocate City," and it's got like the city map with like different bits of the website.
Brilliant.
Mapped out like that. And interestingly, Greetings from Suffocate City will be released Friday the 13th of June when we're at Download.
Oh, cool.
So they will release their album on Friday, and they will perform at Download Festival on the Saturday. So I'm often wrong in life, but I think these are going to be big news if it catches on here like it has in the States, which things generally do. I think they're going to be quite big. I think they've got the live performances to back up a strong image and strong songs. So what could go wrong?
As you can tell, we're very excited about them.
The
amount we've spoke about them.
Started listening to them a week ago, and a band that I don't think I would want to miss, to be honest.
I've not even looked at the Clash.
No, I know.
I know I'll be gutted.
I think there's the potential for Eagles of Death Metal, which is I've seen Eagles of Death Metal quite a few times, so I'd take that one. Let's have a quick look. Maybe that. A little bit of Don Broco, that'd be a shame. But I think I would still go for Funeral Portrait, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because I think it might be the start of something a little bit big. So yeah.
And again, it's the first time I've come across. I'm not sure whether they played much over here. I really don't know.
They are. I don't know if they have in the past. They are supporting the Rasmus later in the year.
Oh, right.
And they are doing quite a lengthy UK tour with them, I think. They're in Manchester.
Right.
It's one of them that I looked at and thought, oh.
Yeah.
But I think they've the potential to blow the Rasmus off stage because they've got a great singer, great songs, brilliant stage show. They've just got it all, I think. I think if these are going to be big news, so that's a strong endorsement from Johnny and I. That one.
Absolutely.
And then I definitely had to Google this pronunciation because I've known about this band for as long as I can remember, and I've never been able to pronounce it. I've written it down.
Yeah, all good.
And that is Unal Nathrak.
Right, brilliant.
I think that's right. Yeah. My friends on the forum, please, give me a slap if
it's better pronouncing it like that than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a bit near the knuckle.
It is.
I slightly done that on purpose.
Yeah.
So,
we got the bio.
I'll just hold it up so Johnny can read the pronunciation again. I think I've written it even on the thing.
Have you? Created in 1999 with the sole purpose of providing the soundtrack to Armageddon. That's you could just probably stop there. That was
Aerosmith, isn't it?
Unal Nathrak comprises Englishman Vitriol, aka Dave Hunt, vocalist with Benediction and Mistress, and Iramata, aka multi-instrumentalist Mick Kenny, or Arborum Frost Mistress and owner of Necrodeath Studios. They must have gone by totally different name.
They've just written this by Otto Wine, Johnny.
They have. Honestly, my dyslexia is it's so bad. This is like the most stressful thing I've had to do, reading all these bios out. So apologies. Taking their founding cues from Norwegian black metal leviathans such as Mayhem, Burzum, and Darkthrone. Leviathans, that's the one. Darkthrone, the duo recorded 2 demos before delivering their first album, The Codex Necro, in 2001. Judging from the mostly positive reviews, the wait was worth it, and subsequent efforts. Then there's a whole host of EPs and albums.
So, what did you think of these, my friend?
Yeah, I've listened to these in the car actually. It's quite like doing, just absolutely blast it as loud as you can, and I'm glad I did. I said it's just absolute extreme metal, pure heavy chaos. There's a track called Forward, which I really, really enjoyed. Something different.
Yeah, it goes from really extreme metal to a little bit Sabaton-y.
I've said that almost power metal vocals on top of like insane extreme drums and metal guitars.
They're almost like an extreme metal sixth.
Yeah,
in terms of it, bonkers and heavy as hell.
The pace at which the band are going as a back into the vocals, they're just absolutely going crazy. But the vocals are like singing you into battle almost.
Yeah. So I've put a really really heavy extreme metal, but I did enjoy them. But I'll defer to the forum reactions because people were really excited about these, and I think Frog Food on the forums had put that I put she, and it's not a she. I don't think it is a she, but the profile picture is a picture of Bjork. So that's all. For me, it's Bjork.
Yeah.
So, but genuinely stunned. Never thought Download would book them. I think they thought that they would be always Damnation Fest sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Asthenia 912 Jordan, who you'll know from our episode on Korn, but that is a fucking wicked booking. They're going to kick the ass out of that tent. And Overstayer just wrote Forward.
Right, Phil.
But then, quite funny, over the weekend, I went camping with a family and set my phone up to start the barbecue playlist, and We Will Fucking Kill You by Hey man.
Happy camping.
Yeah, and I was barbecuing, I had to like jump over, grab my phone.
Something makes me think that Cam Hack has a lot to do with booking these type of bands, because he's got really diverse. He's he's the lead like band booker, isn't he?
You can't knock diversity
of the festival. He often seems to be pushing a lot of these type of bands. Brilliant, absolutely great.
Yeah,
booking.
and this is where the people who say that Download's becoming an indie festival can have a look at some of these bands.
Go and put a Reading and Leeds crowd in that tent and watch the faces.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a current Reading and Leeds.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So Lana Del Rey fans.
Yeah, that's it.
And so, running up into the third from top on this stage.
We're doing a time check on the thing, just to make sure we're not running out.
They'll do a countdown, I think. Professional.
Yeah.
Masters. Talking of being highly professional, what about that? I won't name the name, but that Blink tribute. We had a local Blink tribute that we won't mention, and yeah, it was
a tough watch.
It was. So yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, at the meeting place, and not next weekend, the weekend after, we've got Green Fake coming to rock our world and warm us up a little bit more for Download.
Yeah.
So
very exciting that.
So that'll be great. So we're moving on to Kitty. So a band who I don't think, well, you shouldn't be surprised by this band being at Download, and you should absolutely know who they are. I think Rosie was very excited that they were on the lineup. A little bit of quite legends really in terms of
actually.
The old. I don't even know what genre they even are, to be honest, because they seem to cover all bases. And I'll just put this. I'll put my thoughts before the bio on this one for no reason, but they were a lot more new metally, a lot more in bits of it, a little bit early System of a Down, a little
Yeah,
bit Static
yeah.
X, a little bit of Mudvayne in there.
Not like massively overproduced sound
No, it was
in the
raw.
album. It's very raw, like they'd just done it on a bloody 4-track and just
Yeah, like a demo
yeah,
almost.
yeah.
It was
Which was quite. I think that was like their distinctive sound, really,
yeah,
because that translated live as well. But
but it's
totally
changed.
changed. I've not listened to these since then.
No,
Um, totally forgot they existed, and then came across me, and now they're like massively not overproduced, but because I really like the latest album,
it's
which
very
is fucking
polished.
brilliant. Latest album, Fire. I think
It's
it's
great.
really really good. Very polished, massive sound. Um, song called "Are You Entertained" is my favorite off the album. Check that out. It's very very cool.
Yeah, it's a really good album that came out
Mm,
last year. And I think these
yeah,
will be great in Dogtooth. I think
yeah.
it's a great slot for them. Um, yeah, I put all the classic material much more raw than the newer material.
Mm,
And I put the more polished stuff. Recent stuff reminds me a bit more of bands like In This Moment.
yeah.
Very good. That Fire. I've listened to that album
That's brilliant, isn't it?
on
It's
repeat.
really really
It's
cool.
really cool. So I'll have a shot at the bio this time.
Yeah, it's quite. We said it's quite hailstormy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Quite just
there are bits.
massive, powerful vocals. Bit bullet, bit trivium
Yeah.
esque in parts.
Um, uh, one of the songs reminds me of that I Am the Fire by Hailstorm. It was
Mm.
a little bit like that. So we're on to Kitty, and this is an all music one by Neil Z. Young. So a pioneering Canadian metal band. No, they're not. Sorry, I'm looking at a note behind my page. I'm going to start that one again. Kitty, biography by Neil Z. Young. Pioneering Canadian band Kitty specializes in punishing heavy metal that has evolved through the decades. They debuted in 1999 with a gothic new metal sound heard on their breakthrough album Spit, home to their most enduring hits. That would shift into a more traditional metal style, indebted to influences Metallica and Slayer on subsequent albums like Oracle, Until the End, and Funeral for Yesterday. All US indie top 10 releases. While Kitty's lineup changed multiple times over the years, the band remained centered around the core songwriting duo of sisters Mercedes and Morgan Lander. During an extended hiatus in the 2010s, Kitty kept their legacy alive with a greatest hits set and a retrospective documentary, staging a big comeback in the 2020s with Fire, their first album in over a decade.
Cool.
So
Didn't know that.
I
Good
think
stuff.
it's a welcome return for, well, I mean,
They're quite a big band, aren't they?
yeah,
They're very famous. I'd say well known in these circles for sure.
yeah. Another one that I think was on the Ozfest scene and
Yeah.
back when we were all into Jackass and Bam
Yeah, it
Margera
is.
sort
It
of
is.
shit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's one of those you couldn't avoid really. And yeah, not
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
on clashes with them because
Yeah.
this is when it gets difficult for unless you are hanging around there for the likes of Silosis and Cradle of Filth, then yeah. So you're either going to be missing Mallory Knox or Shine Down, it looks like. So yeah, you're probably not going to be too heartbroken with them clashes. I think, yeah. So then we're moving on to Silosis.
Yeah. Cool.
So do you want to do the bio for this one, right?
I can. Doo-doo-doo. So, Silosis, biography by Liam Martin. Silosis is a metal band from Reading, Berkshire, known for blending thrash, progressive, and melodic death metal with melodic and epic song structures. Their 2018 debut, Conclusion of an Age, leaned heavily on the Bay Area thrash, while later releases like Monolith, Dormant Heart, and Signs of Things to Come showcased a more progressive and melodic death metal sound. Formed in 2000 by guitarist Josh Middleton and bassist Carl Parnell, the band underwent several lineup changes before releasing 2 EPs in 2006 and 7. With Jamie Graham on vocals, they signed to Nuclear Blast. That is a blast from the past, isn't it? And released their debut album in 2008. Middleton took over vocal duties and guitarist Alex Bailey joined the lineup. Silosis toured extensively in Europe, supporting major acts like the Black
Dahlia.
Dahlia Murder and Killswitch Engage. They released Edge of the Earth and Monolith before a serious RV accident in 2013 forced a temporary break.
Hell.
They returned in 2015 with drummer Ali Richardson and released Dormant Heart. In 2016, Middleton joined Architects after the death of his friend Tom Searle, leading to a Silosis hiatus. The band returned in 2020 with Cycle of Suffering, featuring new bassist Connor Marshall, followed by A Sign of Things to Come in 2023, co-produced by Scott Atkins and highlighting a mix of technically heaviness and introspection. Bloody hell, they've got a hell of a history there. That's a lot to take in that.
Yeah, for quite a short time.
Yeah, well, I love these.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah, I was all
So they're
over
just a
these.
proper metal band. Remind me of like Machine Head in some parts.
Yeah.
Some incredible guitar work in there too.
Yeah.
After Lifeless Years was my favourite that I'd listened to. It just had everything that you want. And then there's another one that I done in the car. It's pretty heavy, isn't it? Pretty. And then all of a sudden, some insane like melodic vocals kicked in. It totally took me by surprise. Did not expect it. Yeah, perfect mixture of everything I want in a band.
Yeah, my initial thought was Trivium, circa 2005,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a guitar and unclean, heavy vocals, great riffs, but then some nice guitar melodies as well. I put for fans of Trivium and Bleed From Within.
Yeah, amazing.
So, yeah, if you're into that sort of heavy metal / metalcore sort of sound, then oh yeah, you'll be all over this.
Totally opened my eyes at this. I know we keep going on about it because have challenged ourselves to listen to every band on the lineup. I mean, they're not a small band, are they?
No.
And I've never listened to them, and I'm sure some people will be like diehard fans. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm so glad we're doing it because they'll forever be in my playlists now, and forever a band that I'll go back to. So yeah, as much as it's been quite hard work trying to go through all these bands, it is so rewarding.
Well, we've said it before, haven't we? We've been kind of mugs for it in the past because we look at a lineup, we just focus on 4 or 5 a day that we think, oh, I love them, I'm going to go and watch them. And then the amount we've missed over the years.
Oh, I know.
We've looked at old posters, like you say, Ghost, Volbeat, everybody.
Yeah.
And you're kicking yourself out later on. So this time we're going to find them bands pretty quickly, I think. So.
And even if you can't go and catch them yourself, when you're there with a group of friends or you're chatting to people at the festival and they get talking about their favourite bands, you can almost go, oh, actually, if you like these, then maybe you should go and check out these.
Yeah.
Rather than just being, I only listen to thrash metal.
Yeah.
So anything else, I'm not going to go and listen
to. Remember that fella in HMV that time?
Oh,
and he was saying, oh, what sort of stuff do you guys listen to? Because we were just pissing around, just rifling through the heavy metal albums. And he said, oh, I really like Black Sabbath and, Metallica and things like that. And he said, oh, you want to give Mastodon a go? And he just picked the entire discography of Mastodon up and went,
guy.
Just went to the counter.
Fair play to you.
About 100 quid's worth of CDs.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Absolutely hated him.
Yeah. Those fuckers in HMV. I used to go in there and look at all the posters and that during there. Good times.
Different times, eh?
It is different rather than just streaming quickly on Spotify.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast.
Fucking hell, we'd be in and out of the shop, spend a fortune.
Yeah. $2,000 on CDs just for the Dogtooth on Saturday.
Or Napster will be getting an absolute rinsing.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Laz. So we're on to the headliner here, and this is a bad clash for me, and I really want to watch Sleep Token. I really want to watch Cradle of Filth. So we've already covered.
Torn.
I am torn, but it's one of them. I think Sleep Token is going to be one for the ages.
Yeah.
But then Cradle of Filth in the tent's going to be great.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be in the dark, all the atmosphere, all the if they bring the stage show we've seen them do before. We've already covered these, so I won't go into mad detail because you can go back to look at our logo episodes if you want to do the bios and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, if you don't know who Cradle of Filth are, I'll be very surprised. But they have a new album out called Screaming of the Valkyries, and it's really good.
Oh, is it?
Really good, yeah. If you ever listen to Malignant Perfection and also Live Deliciously, really good. They've got, I think, the guitar work on these albums had it's, you know, they're obviously an extreme metal band,
Yeah.
but they go into lovely sort of passages of
Oh, cool.
like guitar melodies, and
Yeah.
yeah, really, really like it. Listened to it a good few times now, and yeah, but I don't know if it's a return to form or because
Mm.
I've kind of been a little bit. We saw him at Bloodstock, didn't we? But
Yeah.
apart from that, I kind of stopped listening to him not long after that Nymphetamine album. So
I only ever listened to 2 or 3 of the tracks, if I'm honest. I need to.
yeah,
But yeah, that is a tough clash. That I think it's gonna have to be Sleep Token.
yeah, I might stick my head in and out.
Yeah. That's fourth, isn't it? So it's only up the hill.
Yeah, that's it.
And to be honest,
There's a bar there as well.
there is a bar. Do you know what? That is it's a perfect spot. That
Yeah.
I remember last year when we were just coming down the hill to watch Fallout Boy. I
Ah,
think
yeah,
you'd
yeah.
already parked up at the front, and I was there with your dad.
Yes.
It's perfect. Who was on? Who was on?
Pantera.
Yeah.
Did you go from Pantera?
Yeah,
to
walked around the back past
Mm.
the 4th stage. You grab a beer, it's relatively quiet. There's toilets there.
Yeah.
And you cut back in and you just come down into the crowd and it's
Yeah.
brilliant. I'm
We did
hoping
that
the
for-
Sleep Token show will be that big that you'd be able to watch it from anywhere
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one was when we came out of Creeper in 2023 out the Dogtooth stage. When
Yeah,
the
yeah.
headline there, and Metallica were coming on to It's a Long Way at the Top.
Yeah.
And the whole place was
It's just
oh,
exciting, isn't it? I quite fancy going on the big wheel this year. I've never done it. Watched quite a lot of vlogs over the last couple of weeks just to get giddy. Don't really fancy paying
I know.
a mortgage worth to go up there, but from the videos that I've seen, everyone has said try and get up there and watch a band. It's supposed to be a
Was
hell
it
of
about
an experience.
15 quid a
I think
ticket?
it's a tenner.
Is it a
10 or
tenner?
15 quid. Which could be worth it. Well, from the videos that I've seen, it was good. Apart from there's one couple that were up there. I can't remember what they were called. Apologies, but it was pissing it down. It was absolutely pissing it down. Dead windy.
Oh.
Almost holding on for dear life.
Me and Emily did it at Kendall Carlin, and it went. I thought, oh, I'll get a great view of the festival, and it literally, you kind of went in at a nice bit, and it just went into a tree, and then we just slowly sat in a tree for like 25 minutes.
I think there'd be something special about if you're watching a band that you like being right at the top over
Yeah.
I think it'd be quite cool.
I think it'd be better in the afternoon with a band like Limp Bizkit,
Yeah,
where you
yeah.
can see it all going
Yeah,
off
exactly.
right up the top.
So yeah, I think I might try that. But there we go. That's the Saturday
stage.
Dogtooth.
So we'll do Avalanche in a couple of weeks, I think, because next week we have got a camping special.
Yeah.
We're going to have a little bit of chat about general pop camping. We have got a guest joining us this Friday, and that is you'll all know the mighty Dilcam. So Dylan is joining us on Friday for a little chat, all about little tips, hacks, fun stories, and just a good time to meet him really. And
yeah,
if you've been following anything on Download for
years,
a lot of years now, I'll have to double check how many it's been, but he's been one of the first names that come to mind if you think of Download Festival vloggers. So that'll be really cool.
Really good fun to watch if you haven't checked them out. That watching him and his group of mates just go for it for the weekend. Really gets you in the mood for
if you want some
Download.
positivity. So some people just having the best time. Then that's one of the key channels to watch. So
I'm really looking forward to chatting to him on Friday. I think it'll be a blast. He'll bring a lot of experience. They go through all types of emotions in general pop by the looks of their vlogs. It's absolutely everything. So yeah, get some good tips. We've obviously done it a fair few years now, and before we started our Tory Posh Mushers. So yeah, that'll be good fun. So that's this Friday, which will be out next week.
Yeah.
Then we'll do a few more, finish the lineups. Then we're into Slam Dunk.
We're in a Slam Dunk. Got a bit of Slam Dunk coverage to do just to get excited for festival season.
I think we're going to double up, aren't we, on episodes?
Oh yeah.
Not to
just because we're running out of bloody time. Anything.
Make sure we still cover our download.
Oh yeah. We want to do everything. We don't want to alienate anybody, but I think there'll be some good crossover appeal, especially this year because you've got the
Yeah.
likes of, A Day to Remember,
Yeah.
who are a download festival
There's
staple.
some big download bands in there.
Yeah.
No, not download bands, but you know what I mean. Download
Yeah,
staples.
yeah, bands that you would see at download definitely. And what better way to warm up for the festival season? Talking of which, Ghost have just completed their
Oh yeah.
UK tour. We won't do any setlist spoilers because I think a few people are still going over to Europe to see them.
All right. Okay.
Did you see the pictures of the stage?
Queues.
Oh,
the stage.
queue.
Oh right. I was gonna
Oh,
say.
there's a few things to go over, isn't there? Because the queues were a bit of a shit show.
Yeah, they think it's down to those yonder pouches, don't they? But setting them up and getting them in. And,
Well, it's going to cause.
yeah, it's going to cost more of a delay than what it would just scanning your ticket.
So they had to do. I think. Did they have to delay Glasgow, Birmingham?
Yeah.
At least I don't know about London. Manchester, I
Yeah,
think
I'm
was
not sure.
okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't think too much common sense was applied.
No.
Certain people, and that's from the people running the shop, not from fans, because I saw things from some people saying I didn't take my phone at all, because I thought then there'll be like like there was a download and no bag queue.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So they'd just wave you through.
Oh no.
Nope.
You're
They had to
joking.
queue with everyone.
Oh shit.
So people are in the pissing down rain and
with no phone.
waiting for to put the phone in a pouch.
I've seen a lot of comments saying they weren't massively strict on it, if I'm honest. There was that very fucking funny.
Oh, I was going to put that.
Have you got it?
Yeah. So, yeah, but apparently, when anyone who did try and sneak a phone in, got told by people around them, so people definitely frowned upon it.
Yeah.
And the reviews from people I know, people in the forum said people were so engaged.
Yeah.
Which is a big change because, like we said when we went to see Sleep Token, there was a big. This says me on my fucking phone.
Yeah.
There was a big contingent. That took a few videos, then looked bored as hell for ages, just scrolling the phone. It's not what live music's about, is it?
And I saw an interview with Tobias Forge, who is Ghost. I think he's saying he is Ghost. It's not the band, it's him. He said he couldn't give a shit about spoilers for what the show looked like, or the whole phone thing wasn't about leaking pictures of him, because every gig they posted professional photos and stuff like that. It was just about that experience. He also did quite a cool number of like pop-up interviews before in like HMV or whatever, which was really cool, saying how much he's enjoying it with the new mask. He said he started to feel really claustrophobic with the full mask on, to the point where it was becoming like really not painful for him, but real traumatizing for him. So
I can
this
get
is a
that.
game changer for him. But yeah, this is pretty funny what you sent me, mate.
Yeah, this is from Autograph Virus on the Download Festival forums. He's put an incredible night last night. The set list was pretty much everything I could have hoped for. I'm going to cut the two songs he mentions out, but sounded amazing. Did, however, overindulge an expensive pint. Expensive pants. It's Ghost, so maybe. An expensive pint, and found myself still in possession of my yonder pouch in the hotel this morning. That is totally what we'd have done, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You'd have just walked straight out of the venue with your phone still in your pouch, not being able to get it.
You can't open it.
Can't open it. Can't order an Uber.
You can't. I wonder how we open the pouch, because I'm sure they're locked.
They're locked. I think you can use a strong magnet, like you would on clothes.
Yeah. The same thing as like walking out the bowling alley with your bowling
With your bowling
shoes. It's the same thing. Done that a few times. Probably more trendy than the shoes I had at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks really good. They've released some video footage and stuff.
The stage looks incredible.
They're not headlining next year.
I think they are nailed on.
Yeah,
personally, rumored to be that there was a rumor that they were asked for this year and ended down in favour of
their tour.
Obviously, Andy Coppin was photographed there, which doesn't really mean a great deal because he promotes lots of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Cam Hack looked like he was the promoter for it.
Right, okay.
Saw a few things on his Instagram, flying up and down the UK in the Ghost private jet and stuff. Fucking brilliant. But yeah, what a stage show.
I mean, they're totally ready for it in terms of size. They're totally ready in terms of stage production.
Yeah.
And it's just a no-brainer, isn't
Some
it?
big albums behind them now.
Yeah. And yeah, looking forward to hearing this full album.
Yeah.
When it comes out. Bow Selector, whatever it's called. What is it called? Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Yeah, so we are less. Well, if you're listening to this on Wednesday when I'm going to release it, it's 49 days until the gates open, which is really exciting and terrifying.
49 sleepless nights for us.
We've got, yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like we said earlier in the episode, we've had all these ideas, and then we're like, shit, we've got to fit these in now. It's just running away with us a little bit in terms of, but we've got plenty of topics to discuss. We've got plenty of bands still to cover, other festivals to cover, and we'll do a little special where we release it probably on the Tuesday for when people start travelling towards Donington. So
so
exciting.
If you be a bit bored on your journey down to download, you can listen to us talk crap and get excited for.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about our journey down the other day, actually.
Yeah.
Because we usually get up about 4 a.m, don't we? To set off early to get there for a decent time. And even then, I really struggled to sleep the night before because it is like Christmas Eve. And this time we're going to be running around our heads around the fucking doing a live podcast. So I'm not going to sleep probably all night.
No.
So I'll be up for 24 hours. So we'll be tired.
Yeah.
Tired, nervous, excited.
I'm going to need some Red Bulls for that Venga Boys set on Thursday night.
Big vodka Red Bulls, so I'll try it out.
So great. Thanks a lot for joining us again.
Brilliant.
Looking forward to next week. Looking forward to talking to Dilcam. And thanks. See you next week.
This is the Lowdown Podcast. This is the Lowdown Podcast.